In the land of Tetherial, where shadows bled into the soil and the sky wore a perpetual bruise of twilight, she reigned. Her name was Lysandra, the Bloodflower, a goddess born of vengeance and passion. Her crimson hair spilled down her back like molten fire, and her eyes, black as the void, held the weight of an eternity. Mortals worshipped her not for her mercy but for her fury. She was the patron of scorned lovers, avenger of betrayed hearts. One such betrayal summoned her to the mortal plane. A dying whisper from a girl named Era reached her ears. Era's lover, Kale, had bartered her soul to the Dread King in exchange for power, leaving her hollow and broken. Consumed by wrath, Lysandra descended. She found Kyle in the ruined castle of Valamir, standing before an obsidian throne. His new power radiated from him, a beacon of arrogance. "You dare?" Lysandra's voice was a venomous purr echoing in the great hall. Kale turned, his expression shifting from smug confidence to awestruck fear. "Goddess Lysandra," he stammered. "Why do you come for me?" "You sold love for ambition," she said, circling him. "That sin demands a price." Kyle smirked, masking his fear. "And if I refuse to pay?" Lysandra smiled, a dangerous glint in her eyes. With a flick of her wrist, the walls of the castle cracked, and the air grew suffocating with the scent of roses, bloody and sharp. Refusal isn't an option. She unleashed her wrath, the room erupting into chaos as Kale tried to fight back with his borrowed power. But her strength was ancient and unyielding. She bound him in thorns that pierced his flesh, forcing him to kneel. But as she prepared to strike the killing blow, something unexpected happened. Kale laughed, a bitter, hollow sound. "You think I betrayed Era? You think I did this for me?" Confusion flickered across her face. "What game are you playing?" Kyle coughed, blood staining his lips. "The Dread King demanded a pure soul to seal his pact. Era begged me to offer hers. She thought her sacrifice would save us both." His voice cracked. "I loved her more than my own life, but I was too weak to stop her." Lysandra hesitated, her hand trembling. Could this be true? Her gaze turned inward to the tether of Era's soul. She reached for it, finding not the purity of a selfless martyr, but the simmering hatred of a vengeful spirit. A chill crept over her. "No," she whispered. But it was already too late. The shadows in the room deepened, coalescing into a form. Era stepped from the void, her once gentle face now twisted with malice. Her hollow eyes burned with an unnatural light. "Thank you, goddess," Era said, her voice dripping with mockery. "You answered my prayer." Lysandra's blood ran cold. "What have you done?" Era smirked. "I didn't die for love, I died for power. And now, thanks to you, I have it." The room trembled as Era's form grew, her stolen power amplifying. The thorns that bound Kale withered, and he fell to the ground, broken but alive. Lysandra faced Era, her fury rekindled. "You would use me as a pawn in your petty game?" Era laughed. "I learned from the best, goddess. After all, isn't revenge your domain?" The two clashed, their powers tearing the castle apart. It was a battle of wills, love twisted into betrayal, vengeance into chaos. Lysandra, the goddess of scorn, found herself caught in a web spun by a mortal's deceit. And as the dust settled, one truth remained. Love and revenge are two sides of the same coin, and in Tetherial, both were currencies of destruction.